this video for on Gwyneth Paltrow. This is the majority of my last video. And you have to understand something, ladies, and it's something that I understand just by my own experience with my mother. When a woman loses her identity, when she doesn't have that, that causes depression like you wouldn't believe. My mother was depressed most of my childhood, man. I mean, my gosh, I had to live with a woman that was so subservient to the church and to her husband that she didn't have an identity. So Gwyneth Paltrow's identity is being an actor, but what's more important to her is being a mother. So please understand that. It's like if somebody says, well, you lose your identity, what kind of mother are you going to be for your child? So read between the lines with what she's saying. Understand her as a person. And don't judge her. It's not her fault she makes more money. And I understand the difference in way. Again, I could go off on Wendy Davis and equal pay and 1 billion rising and all the things that are going on with women worldwide. But that's not the context of that article right there. Understand that she's a woman who rose above to actually be a woman to actually make a lot of money in Hollywood. A few women can do that. Hollywood is brutal on women. When I started acting in the late 90s, if you were 30, over 30, you're done as an actor. It doesn't matter how good you are. Roles are opening up for women in acting. Roles are opening up for women in Congress. Roles are opening up for women in leadership worldwide. So don't understand that she's not stupid. She knows the context of what she's saying. And it's not about money. It's about time with her child. To have an identity that makes me not be depressed. And to be a good mother for my child. And to be there for the soccer game. To be there at the PTA meeting. To be there at night to let's watch the show. To get like the Cosby Show is another show I used to watch with my mom. I mean, you know, things like that Gwyneth will always miss out on those things. And a woman who says, well, Dominic, I work the night shift, and you should see my schedule. But this is not a conversation about money. It's a conversation about having a job and being there for your child. You have another issue of why you can only have work at graveyard and also miss those things and daycare. Those are other social issues that affect women because you're oppressed. And a lot of the reason you're oppressed is exactly what happened to my mother. You are subservient to a church and you are subservient to a man. And it goes on and on and on and on. So the real discussion is about getting equal pay to a man. The real discussion is about not using religion to say 1 Timothy so that you're down here. That's the real conversation. It's not the conversation to put all that. It's like almost putting all that on Gwyneth. It's like you're putting the trouble of the female, and we're just going to put it on the actress that makes millions of dollars. That's not the problem. The problem is our society. Our problem is the religious laws that people follow. The problem is subservience and not getting equal pay. Again, look up Wendy Davis. Look up Marianne Williamson. So let's keep it real, dude. Let's keep it real. She's talking about being a mom and not losing her identity. So that, I mean, God, the woman is even trying to make, I mean, she's losing her relationship. I mean, imagine how she feels. I mean, she's loved this man and it doesn't work. And she's trying to, like, even use a phrase to, like, keep her having some kind of clarity to say, well, it's conscious, unconscious. I mean, my gosh, she's losing her relationship. At least have a heart for her to say, don't you know what it's like to love somebody and then and it doesn't work. It hurts. She's going through that. Give her a break. Women, you should be there for her more. And then start saying, how do we get equal pay? How do we not be subservient to male domination in the far right? How do we do those things? Wendy Davis, Marianne Williamson, look up those two names. That's the topic of conversation. So have that. Keep it real.